But I think we are coming to the most juicy part of our, I'm tracking the time in parallel, to the most juicy part of today's event. I don't like the word webinar, never like it, to our live event, and to the strategy number 4, automation proposals. And I became honestly a big fan of ChatGPT. It helps me a lot with everything I do. Even for my sound with music and music production, but I know that everything what comes to automation now help also freelancers a lot. And we will be showing one cool case. I have an official permission for that, but overall want to discuss, because proposals it's our tool, how we can actually stand out and showcase and catch the clients and get the project, because that starts our communication. And I want to show you this data. It's very fresh one. Just I think we got it yesterday from GigRadar, and huge kudos to GigRadar, Vlad. Honestly, the product, what I love myself, because at Upwork, we always had, like, it was a mystery. We can't share stats nowhere. So probably when I just started, we could share stats. So everything that's like the team is collecting and showing what's happening, all the statistics at GigRadar is really strong. So that's an analysis from, and Chaitanya, correct me if I'm wrong, from April to November, right?
Yes, that's April to November this year.
Yes, of AI vs human proposals. And the difference, like on average, weekly reply rate for AI proposals is 4.77, and for human is 2.81. In different, so you see different skills in this graph, and overall it's 70% more weekly replies using AI, which is really cool. And if you check Upwork, they are now also supporting AI proposals with their tool called Jasper, I think, which helps to do that as well. Yeah, so anyway, using AI, it solves huge pain. What about your clients, Tamara, by the way? Are you standing for human or for AI? I know that you do both, but your practical outcome of that.
Of course, it's a GigRadar event, but I would say that my clients are using both. And I personally like custom bidding and custom writing. And my clients have a bigger reply rate for the custom one. However, a lower amount of answers because of that, because with an AI you can write faster and you can get more. That's why we're using something like a mix. I've tried for the AI, I've tried ChatGPT, we tried also Bard, we tried GigRadar Sardar AI. I personally so excited about it, and I wrote even 3 or 4 articles about that, because it's so interesting how it reacts on Upwork bids, and I have many experiments with that. And we also tried Upworks and many other tools I've tried. So for me, to be honest, there is a strategy right now for my clients. We are doing custom, and at the same time we're doing AI proposals, but we are improving. We are experimenting a lot how to make it more humanish. For example, recently with Sardar AI, it's from GigRadar, I've tried 10 different types of rules for AI, and the best one for most of the teams was to do, I was saying, like, do typos at the start of your bid to so client will see you more like as a human who is typing and doing typos. And it's the best one I had also make it very emotional, you know, like the beat who is, I want your job so much, it's so exciting, it's so amazing. It's like Sardar was writing it like in this way because I made a rule like that. Or it was like another experiment, like make it like a solution, say exactly how you will, you know, solve the problem. Or another one was like make 3 exact points how you will go through his pain point. Or another one was like say that you are an expert in the industry rather than in the development, for example. So, and it was so interesting. It's the area to play with, and I feel that we need to experiment more, and this how you can make it, you know, better and better. Plus, people are getting that this is an AI, you know, they want to talk to people more. So we need either custom bits, either to work, you know, the tool GigRadar or another tool is just a tool, but you need to work on that to make it work for you.
Gotcha. I suggest you to make a quick experiment. It's not a profile review yet. It's case from one of my clients, let me say, who recently launched an agency. So he had an agency before, and I have permission from him to share the job and suggest we now create a proposal right here, right now, to the job he shared with me. Let me quickly, Chaitanya, if I share the job link in our chat, Tamara will be able, right, to share her screen.
Yes. Yeah.
So let
Just
me
to be sure I understood. You want me to check the job link and to say what would I write?
Yes.
What would I write? Okay.
Yes.
Actually I do it all the time with all my little sales people who wants.
I sent the link in our chat, hosts and panelists. So just check it and you can open and I think you'll be able to share the screen and then I will come.
I
So I
cannot
just want
screen sharing while other participants is sharing.
You'll have to stop sharing, Kate.
I will stop sharing, yes. And Tamara.
Okay, that's fun. 1 second. Okay.
And while you're opening, let me quickly answer a question from Andre. How does a withdrawal of a bid and posting a new one instead affect the profile bid rating? Remind me, Tamara, we can't withdraw a bid and post another one, right? We're not allowed to. If you withdraw a bid, if I remember correctly on Upwork, we're not allowed to apply to that same job again, right?
You can withdraw and then you can apply. You can withdraw and then apply, or you can apply from different freelancers from the same agency. That's also allowed.
But if I'm the same freelancer, I can withdraw a bid and then apply again.
You can. You can.
Okay.
But your connects will not be back.
That's about connects. The question and Ask Me Anything last week.
Yes. The connects won't be refunded. Yes, that was the policy. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah. So your connects would be lost, but it doesn't affect the rating in any way. You can still apply.
Yeah, but recently I was posting the job, and that was the jobs withdrawn were still visible for the client. It was on the another tab, which was so bad because, you know, sometimes, for example, I'm making some proposals, AI proposals for my clients with GigRadar, for example, and I'm forgetting to click that it's a AI. So it just sent as rules, and it's such a big shame for me, and I'm withdrawing them. And I can't normally do that, right? So it will be still visible. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Unity development team, match 3 game.
Game development.
Yeah. Okay. This is Castle Story. Qatar experience Unity. No, if my team likes the results. 7 Qatar. Okay, so let me explain a bit what am I doing.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm not asking you to write it live because
yeah.
then
I just wanted to read because a bit worrying. Okay,
yeah.
so I will explain how do I explain for my agencies, how do I do that. So first of all, when you see the exact beat, you need to get so much, you need to do an investigation. You're like a spy, you know, stalker of the client. Once on one webinar, I found where a person is living in the, when he bought where he bought a flat, so we would use it. We were not, because it's too much, but it's interesting that you can do that. So of course everyone is going here every time that to see that its name is Ahmed, you know, and okay, but I'm coming here usually not only for the name, but to see what other jobs were they doing. For example, they had already educational game. Yeah, I would use it. Again, educational game. This is privacy policy for this educational game, right? That's understandable. Ready-made Unity mobile educational game. So it was 3 jobs about that, and most probably he wants to just match it with this graphic. I would say, I'm not sure, okay, and I didn't read it very carefully right now, but I think that he wants to match it exactly this, he wants to customize, yeah, and match it with this kind of style. He's from Qatar. Sometimes here is already a sphere you can get. So what would I say? I would start with Salam Alaikum or Miraba Ahmed. And I would say, I've checked castle story design. Why do I say that? It's because it is called screaming name. We all the time when we are selling, we need to, at the start, to tease, to catch client, we need to use screaming name to catch his attention. On every step of our funnel, we have some goals. For example, when we are writing the beat, we have separate goals for every part. On the first line, you know that a client only sees like 1.5 lines. So I need to put there those things that will catch his attention and force him to open. That's the only goal I have. So I would say like Miraba or Salam Alaikum Ahmed. I've checked castle story renovation team you shared. Is it for your educational games that you previously built? That what would I say? Okay. And also, yeah, this is a catcher. Like, then I need to, the next goal is to show that I'm relevant, and I would share a few links to my previous expertise and explain why is it relevant. Because usually people are like, here is my portfolio, check it. And I call it lazy link, you know, or sometimes they are like 200 links here, you know, and that's, you know, I don't know why is it relevant, you know. That's not the right way to do. You're better to put here like one and explain why is it relevant and why is it suitable for him. But check this guy. His style is quite structured. You see, he has like the list. I will
straightforward and very short.
Yeah, and I will do the same way. I will say like my start. Did you hear that? Right? I think it's brilliant. I would say that I've checked your requirements, and for example, first, or you know, like point 1, I already was working with Unity game here and made the awesome animation graphic the same way you want, link. Second, I know how to do 2D graphics or designs, and I have a design help on my side too. For example, here is our recent character we made. Third, animations is not a problem. Check the recent I don't know, Castle, Barbie, anything about that, you know. So like that, and I've published a lot of games myself. Check, this is my, for example, if you don't have anything, just to be sure that you understand, I always given this example, that this is my favorite example, that you always can explain why is it relevant. For example, you have a dating website. This is only one portfolio you made for 10 years. You were working for Tinder for 10 years, you know, and now you need to apply for the church, you know, Catholic Church website development. And you need to show that your one relevant example you have, because, and your only one example is dating app. And you're showing it and saying, here I made the same architecture or the same infrastructure, or here the same social media authentication that you want. You know, you always can
find some connection,
find something similar, because it's just, you know, most probably they will even not check. So, and at the end, you know, I will, so it will be structured, and at the end I will ask the open question. This is the biggest problem of most of the clients, and when they start to do it, they are like doubling their conversion right away, because most of them are ending their messages like, looking forward to your answer, let's discuss project details, let's make a call, you know, like that. Yeah, that's for them, but this is not call to action in this channel. In this channel, it's like a marketing one. But when we are talking about marketplaces channel, the call to action is another way. It's how do you plan to do the next step? And next step here is answer to get the message room. After message room is opened, everything is possible, you know. So you need to get the dialogue, and to start the dialogue, you need to ask questions, and to make this to be answered. Like psychologically, this is a sales trick. You need to ask open questions. So, for example, what could I say here? I would say like maybe what is the first task to handle, or what is already
project
done.
related. Something project related.
Yeah, like project related, like what team do you use, are you using right now, what documentation do you have, etc. Like something about that. And that's it. I won't say anything else. I will just say like, cheers, Tamara. Yeah, something like that. So this would be my beat for that. Of course, it was answers here, but this would be my beat. And I'm sure that Ahmed, who is Mirabai, and he is already shocked that I know that he is doing educational game, will answer me. That's why we have the good conversion. And other guys usually would say something, I'm a guru, expert, ninja, senior.
Let me share, by the way, let me share, if you can, if I can share this.
Sorry.
Let me share the
Sure.
Just one point here, Tamara. One thing that yes, you can stop sharing and check the screen if that's okay. Cool. One thing, Tamara, is that you didn't mention, but I think people already know this, is that the questions are shown first. So the client usually, before opening their cover letter, they see the question, the response to the questions that they have sent first. So that's what a lot of people don't really focus on, because they have already exhausted all of their creative juices on the cover letter, and then they answer questions very like briefly. So you should focus on the questions as well, right?
That's what if the questions are on Upwork side, they will see the questions first, so you need to answer them. That's true. That was, I think, in the job post, the questions.
To be honest, already no. Like I was just posting like a week ago, like on Tuesday. No, first you
No?
see cover letter right now. Yeah,
So the
but I'm
questions,
not sure about the mobile app, because sometimes from mobile app it's another view. I forgot to check. Maybe you're right about the mobile view, but no, like questions are there. I know what you're talking about. Before it was like first question, then cover letter. Before it was one question, cover letter, then etc. But right now, no, cover letter is
so
first.
guys who are our attendees, check it just in case. I mean, try to test and see what's the status right now to be on the like latest update on that. But the latest what I know was that if the questions are, you need to answer them, they will pop up first. But yes, some also use the trick, adding some strategy, like small piece of solution as well. Like basically, let's say you did this educational games, and for your particular, I would start with that like small step that you can describe again to catch them and just to add to you. But I really love what you said and the way you would do that. I'm sure that Nick, if you are here and you're listening, yeah, I think you just penciled.
Could I add? I already see that case like that your client.
Yeah, that's actually the standard proposal he's using, and I assume that for this job, at least from what I understand, that would be the same. And I think we all now see that it's very, very different to how you would structure that for the same job.
Yeah, that's true. But I also want to say, yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. That like, you know, you need to not give just this is my site or this is my portfolio. Looking forward is also forbidden for my sales, you know. But I also want to say that the impression of the bit, he's talking about himself, not about the client. And people don't want to read about yourself, about you. They want to read about yourself, because the sweet the part is to read about how people are talking about you, you know, like they're like, oh, that's, he read about me, he did a homework, it's everything about me. And that's how you will win his attention, not by, you know, saying how good you are.
Especially with the US clients, which is 53% on Upwork. So that's public statistic that they're sharing, and Americans love. If guys from the US, you will, I think, support me answering the question, especially when selling. So what? Why should I hire you? Like, so what? Like, you are so cool, but so what for me? Okay, we need to move fast, because by fact we have 15 minutes left from what we announced. I think we will be delayed for 10 minutes. Very important question coming to that, but we need to be very fast here. There are clients that don't share info about themselves at all. So is it a connect catcher, or how would you bid if there is no client information at all? And we go to the fifth strategy.
Okay, so fast. This is the most popular question people are asking me like every day, like, oh, so you're showing that you know so much about clients, but what if they didn't share anything, right? So I see that there are 0 hire rates. That's why we don't see anything about the client. That's why you are asking. Like sometimes clients are new on Upwork, and that's okay for me and for my teams. Like, what do you need to know first is that there should be an industry. Sometimes you can use it at your first line, you know, like, for example, I already have an experience in health care development, blah blah. Or if there is nothing like here, you know, first of all, here is project by the end of the December. That means that deadlines is his pain point you can use. But if, for example, there is nothing about that, you can use his country. Country is always there. Like, you know, like, I know trends. Yeah, I usually use it. I know trends of the US mobile app development in Yeah, right. But yeah, it could be connect catcher, how to understand you already shared, right? But I would
Yeah.
briefly say that if it's so short, you know, but the cost is quite good, most probably is of course a connect catcher, because people who are willing to pay, they will explain at least a bit more.
At least something,
Mhm.
absolutely.